Hi, this is Melissa with A Creative Journey with Melissa. Today I'm going to show you how to create this cute little binder. It's like a little holder, if you will. You can use this for Christmas cards, you can use this for photos, you can use this for love notes, you can use this as a stationary gift holder if you want. You can even tie a pen right here so that you have an entire stationery set right here as a gift. Now, I am actually creating this because today's Christmas. So what do we do on Christmas, especially for us scrapbookers and creatives? We take pictures, and a lot of them. Now, I love to take pictures. My problem is I usually forget to print them out. But I am trying to make sure that I print them out and create with them. So with that, I also want to make sure I take pictures and share them with the people that are in them as well. So I thought, what better way to share that and share the season and share the love that I have than create this little holder, and I can send someone pictures in it. So I thought that would be really cool. It's super duper simple and super duper easy. And again, you probably have these items at home. I try to create something for you guys that you can do with maybe a young child. You can create on your own in spare time. All of us have very busy schedules, and I do not have time to do a 3-hour project. I wish I did, but I don't. So in doing so, I like to get a very great look, cute and simple and clean, but adorable and of course gift worthy. So I'm going to show you the inside of this little cutie. You just basically tie this like so. Now of course you can untie it if you want, but you could just leave this the ribbon in there, and then you have a place to put some stuff in here and in here. I purposely did not put a hole right here in the little folder part. And the reason why I didn't do that is because it will probably rip if you do that, if you keep opening and closing it. So it's better that you just leave this part just as folded and then do the punch for the circle right above it. That's probably the most helpful. So all I did was fold a piece of paper, put some ribbon on it, and tie a bow, and then we have our little cute gift. And I think someone would really enjoy looking at some pictures that they are in or have some loved ones in. And this right here will fit in a standard 6x9 envelope. It's a little bit, this creation is a little bit smaller than it, and that's okay because it leaves some room for the photos and the bulk of it, and also for your ribbon. Now make sure that you get your item weighed, because you will have to pay extra postage if you have this little part poking out, as well as your photos. And you want to make sure you put some maybe cardboard or something like that in there to make sure it stays stiff, and you'll be all set to mail it away. So now I'm just going to show you how to do it. It's so simple. It's going to go by so fast you're not even going to know what to say. So we're going to put this aside. What we need right now is we need our Stampin' Up! Trimmer / scorer. We're going to use the scoring. Now here I have a piece of 12 by 12 paper, and simply, it's actually so simple it's not even funny. Simply we're just going to score it, and in doing so, when we score it, we simply just score it and then fold it up, fold it again, and presto magico, you're done. It's that simple. So what we're going to do is we're going to take out our extra little arm. If you haven't watched my video before, all of your trimmers have this little extra arm that extends, some longer than others. The Stampin' Up! One's awesome. It's a little bit longer than 14 inches, and I really enjoy that because as a scrapbooker, I have 12-inch paper, and some of the typical trimmers that you have, nowadays they're getting better and they're making them a little bit bigger, but typical trimmers are only at 12 inches, and a lot of times you'll get some paper that has like a little edge to it or something, so you'll need to cut that off, which makes it bigger than 12 inches, which tends to be a pain. So with that, what we're going to do is we're just going to take this paper right here. I'm going to flip it over, and really it doesn't matter. It's double-sided, by the way. It doesn't really, you probably saw it before when I showed it to you on the inside. Anyway, it doesn't really matter which side you score it on. And the reason why I say that is a lot of times I will score it and I will fold it both ways to make sure it gets a really good crease. That's just, I think it's a little thing that I do and I've always done, so I don't know. At any rate, so what you're going to do here is you are going to take this area and you are going to just fold it, you're going to score it at 4 inches. So you're just going to take your paper, and you want to make sure that if you want the the lines to be going up and down, then you'll want your paper to go like this. Because once it's folded, that's what it'll look like. If you want them to go the other way, make sure that they're going the other way. So when you score the area and it's folded up, that's the way you want it to be. Okay? So we're just gonna score this right here. And I do it twice. I go once and then back. Now this is the scoring blade, the light gray one for the Stampin' Up! Trimmer, and this is the cutting blade, which is right, oops, let me turn it here. Right here, and that's the darker gray, okay? So we have that, that's scored. And then we can score the middle, but I'm actually gonna fold it. I like to fold this one because sometimes it makes it a little bit more easier. I'm just learning how to speak. A little bit easier if you fold it with your finger in half. After you folded it, you scored it here, and I'll show you why in a second. Because it doesn't have to be a perfectly hard, crisp line like I would prefer this right here to be. Now I have this little tool here. It's from my scoring board, or you might have a bone folder. You can do this and make it really a crisp line just by pushing it down like that. Okay. You could also use something like hard, like your ink pad, and score it like that and just push it down to make sure that's a really good crease. Whatever you have that's hard and doesn't have any stain on it. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to take this paper, we're going to fold it in half. It's actually 6 inches, but I'm going to fold it right in half and make sure it lines up. Because of the bulk, sometimes it doesn't do exactly the way I like it. So with that, I'm going to get my little bone folder out again and just make sure it's got a good crease like so, but it doesn't have to be perfect. And then I'm going to do this one more time, just like so. Okay, so we have our paper and it's scored, and you have your own little folder area. And you can even make these little folders for your planners. You could make these little holders for your little notebooks, for school, for papers you need to turn in, for love notes from your kids. There's a lot of things you can do with this. It's really cute and very versatile. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take out our regular hole punch, and we're just going to take this, make sure that it's above the fold. So I'm looking here, you can see that. So I'm going to mark myself right about there. And then we're just going to do a little hole punch like so. I don't want it too far out and I don't want it too far in. So I'm just going to make it about 1/4 of the inch in, like so. Okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to take this matching ribbon. And it's okay if you take a little bit much like I did in the example. And the reason why is because you're going to have some bulk for the pictures or whatever you can close in it. So you want to make sure you have some room so you're not making it so tight that the paper rips or it's not useful for you. Okay? So now you're just going to take your paper, you're going to take your ribbon, and you're just going to go right through it. Okay? Just take the ribbon and slide it right through like so. Okay? And now you're just going to tie it. It's just that simple. It's super duper easy, like I said, and it's really a cool little gift you can do for some pictures from the holidays you want to share with your loved ones, or if you want to do a little scrapbook, you can make a little folder for it. You can put your planner in here if you want to write little notes. You could even, and I know I should have done this for an example. Maybe I'll do this in a later film or later video. You can actually laminate this if you wanted to, and then use it for writing notes too. And then, you know, get the dry erase and wipe it off, etc., etc. You could also use a Sharpie and wipe it off with alcohol, in case you wanted to know that. At any rate, so that's your little creation right here. You can put some awesome things in here. You can put some pictures, you could put some stamps, you could even put this, you know, one of these sets of stamps in here like so, and it would fit like a little gift. It's really, there's a lot of things you could do with it. It's a pretty cool little setup here you can do. So I hope you enjoyed being creative today. And if you are a subscriber to our YouTube channel and to our blog, you will be entered to win every week for a prize that we give away. And so make sure you go to our website at www.acreativejourneywithmelissa.com or www.acjwm.com, and you can check out our products. We have sign language, awareness ribbon, autism awareness, all different kinds of stamps and fun products. And we have a lot more new coming in 2018, so hold on, people. We're getting ready. So I hope you have a fantastic day and a very, very Merry Christmas and a great holiday season. And thank you so much for going on a creative journey with Melissa. Have a great day. Thanks. Bye-bye.